Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Delasecha from State Junior High School of 2 Bandung. I would like to tell you about my story. The title is Snow White. Long time ago, there lived a beautiful princess in a very big place. She is very beautiful with her blue eyes and long black hair. Her skin is white and smooth, thus she was called Snow White. She had a stepmother who always invites of her beauty. The stepmother was also beautiful, and the magical mirror always said that every day and every time she asked, "Mirror on the wall, who is the most beautiful in this world?" The magical mirror, the stepmother asked, "You are the most beautiful in this world, Majesty." The magical mirror answered. One day, the stepmother asked the magical mirror again, but the answer of the magical mirror made her angry. "Mirror on the wall, who is the most beautiful in this world?" The stepmother asked. "My queen, you are beautiful, but Snow White is more beautiful than you," the magical mirror answered. The stepmother was very angry. She asked her trusted servants bring Snow White to go away from the palace and kill her. However, the servant did not kill Snow White. He let her go by herself. "Please, don't kill me. I will go to the woods and I will not come again," Snow White begged. "Go away, poor princess," the servant said. The servant saw that wild animals would eat her, and letting Snow White made his light free from the pressure. In the forest, Snow White was alone and afraid. She did not know where she had to go. But suddenly, she saw a small peculiar cottage. She wondered who lived there, and she decided to go inside it. In the cottage, there are 7 beds and a kitchen. Snow White was very tired, and suddenly she fell asleep. In the afternoon, the 7 dwarfs who lived in the hut went home. They were surprised to see a young woman there. One of the dwarfs rose her and asked who she was. Snow White told them about her story, and the 7 dwarfs also understood about her feeling. Then they asked her to stay with them in the cottage. Meanwhile, at the palace, servants went back and told the stepmother that Snow White had been killed. Then the stepmother asked the magical mirror once again, "Who is the most beautiful in this world?" But still, the magical mirror answered, "Snow White, who was living in a small cottage with 7 dwarfs, who is the most." The stepmother was very angry and she planned something bad for Snow White. The stepmother disguised herself as an old woman who sold a bucket of poisonous apples and go to the cottage. In the cottage, Snow White was warned not to open the door to strangers, but 7 dwarfs. The stepmother finally arrives in the cottage, and she brings the apples to Snow White. "I can't open the door and let anyone come in. The 7 dwarfs have warned me," Snow White said. "Okay, but I just want to give this apple to you." "No, I can't say everything from anyone," Snow White explained. Snow White refused to open the door, but the stepmother continued to persuade. Ultimately, Snow White opened the door and brought an apple, and then she ate it. Therefore, Snow White was poisonous with an apple fell beside her. In the evening, 7 of the dwarfs went home. They were surprised. They saw Snow White was lying on the floor with a pale face and a poisonous apple beside her. They were so sad to see Snow White was dying. The 7 dwarfs made decided to mate bedding for Snow White. They made of a beautiful crystal to make her alive. Every day, the seven dwarfs waited for miracles. That when Snow White would be awake. One day, there was a prince of a kingdom who saw a beautiful woman who slept on the bed of a crystal. He was also asking seven dwarfs to tell him what happened, and the dwarfs told it. Let me have Snow White, and I will bring love too. The prince asked. But the seven dwarfs refused it. They did not want to separate with Snow White. Fine, I also take you as my brothers. The prince asked. Finally, the seven dwarfs agreed. Then the prince kissed Snow White to show his intention. After that, suddenly Snow White was awake. The fact was that the kiss from the prince broke the evil spell. After that, the prince asked her to get married with him. And do you know the answer, right? Yes, Snow White said. Snow White said, "Yes, I want." Since that day, Snow White was lived in the big princess, the palace, happily ever after. I think that's all about my story. Thank you for your attention and see you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.